Hi, this is Renee Knight with Inside Unmanned Systems. I'm here at AUVSI in Houston, and I am talking with Phil Franklin of ZenaDrone. Thank you, Phil, so much for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate you taking the time to have a nice conversation with us.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about ZenaDrone and what you have been highlighting here at the show this week?
Absolutely. So ZenaDrone is a manufacturer of drones. We started to develop our project, the ZenaDrone 1000, back in 2019, right in the midst of the pandemic. So we underwent some strategic challenges, as many did during that time frame, but we were able to develop the first prototype back in 2019 with our first flight taking place in early January. So we moved really quickly with a very inexperienced team, but we managed to get airborne within 30 days. And from that point, we established the necessary communications and resources to expand our operation into Ireland, where we started to pursue operations around agricultural use for the drone. And then from there, we acquired some facilities in different places throughout the world and started expanding our production capabilities. And now we've reached what is now the 14th generation of the design, which is a production-ready device that's capable of reaching up to 1 hour flight time, flying at 60 miles an hour, and carrying what we would consider our primary focus as a logistics vehicle up to 90 pounds.
Okay. So what are, I guess, some of the applications?
Sure. So right now, and for the past several years, we've, again, focused on logistical operations. We'd like to get further involved with the Department of Defense, be it Army, Air Force, Marines, in our ability to transport. So we can carry, again, up to 88 pounds to be precise. We've looked at blood transport. We've looked at ammunition support for frontline operations. So those are some of the key things that we think we will provide to the sector that may be a little bit lacking, or at least that there's a space for us to operate in successfully.
Very cool. So I guess can you talk a bit more about what problem your drone is going to solve and how it helps how it's changing what's possible for your customers?
Sure. So we're a larger drone, and our design is focused on the aerodynamics of the drone itself. So it allows us to operate at a high speed. And one of the things that we're doing over the next couple of weeks is we'll actually be traveling to Turkey with our drone to demonstrate, to fully understand its capabilities in forward flight mode. So it is a transitioning vessel. What we think this will be able to solve is, one, being able to get materials back and forth at a high speed with a weight capacity of that 88 pounds that will supplement helicopter use in, let's say, ship-to-ship transfer for naval vehicles, for example. This will significantly reduce the cost of operations for us to be able to come in and replace helicopters, and also make us create a safer environment for these types of missions to happen.
Very good. So what would you say are the biggest challenges you see ahead for autonomous and unmanned systems, and how are you kind of preparing for that?
Sure. I would say long-standing, it's always been federal requirements for activity, especially in our category since we're a larger drone.
Sure.
We would like to be able to operate over people. Obviously, that presents some issues. We've incorporated the use of parachutes and dynamic obstacle avoidance techniques to eliminate that as a possible threat. But there's always the risk of something falling out of the sky. Obviously, we don't want that to be our drone or any drone in that case. But federal requirements do put a lot of things in place to regulations in place in order to limit that from happening. So it can slow our ability to get to market fast enough. So I would say that would probably be the most significant hindrance to our ability to get to market. We have thus far been very, very successful with our filings with the FAA. So we are grateful for their cooperation and assistance through that process. There are some other filings that we want to do in order to continue to advance the opportunities that we have, to use the platform in different industries.
Very good, very good. So where do you see the most exciting, biggest opportunities for growth in the next year or two ahead?
Sure. So as a company, we are focused on the drone's capabilities, not limiting it to one particular industry.
Okay.
So this allows us to tap into, again, agriculture, defense, commercial use for protecting borders, be it private state lands and things of that nature. We're operating in a space being that we're manufacturing in the U.S., it allows us to quickly get things to market, develop around individual customers' desired requirements. So it's exciting that, you know, we're end user focused in that way. There are a lot of fantastic drone companies out here that do a lot of things well. We want to be kind of the workhorse drone that will, again, be able to customize to end user dynamics and requirements on that end. So it's exciting that we're growing at a fast pace. We went public back in October of last year. We've had a lot of, we have continued to gain a lot of interest in our product, which is primarily the reason why we've started to return back to the kind of convention circuit. We've been a member of AUVSI for quite some time now, and we're seeking our green UAS certification in line to pursue blue UAS certification. We're conducting operations and experiments overseas in some of our other locations, trying to partner obviously with the U.S., but also partnering with some of our non-adversarial countries worldwide. So a lot of exciting things are happening here over at ZenaDrone.
Very cool. So, so for anyone watching this video or stopping by your booth this week, are there any main takeaways you'd like them to go away with about ZenaDrone?
Yeah, absolutely. The end user focused part is probably the most significant thing that I would want potential buyers to understand. We are focused on understanding what the requirements are that you need and working with you in a partnership as opposed to just wanting to sell you something, right? We want you to understand the product. We want you to be part of its development. We want it to completely absolve any issues or pain points that the end user have. So when you receive this final product, it's exactly what you are asking for, performs exactly as you need it to, but also we want to grow with our customers. So as their needs change, because we created an adaptable platform, as technology evolves, we want to be able to incorporate that new technology so that, you know, as things change, they're able to adapt and make the most use of it.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much. It was great to meet you and learn a little bit more, learn more about ZenaDrone. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. And again, thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course. For more from the show, please visit InsideUnmannedSystems.com.